Hi everybody, I'm Zilla Blitz and welcome. Today we're going to learn how to install snow and winter in your American Truck Simulator game. In order to do this, we have to do three things. We have to download the correct files, then we have to install them in the game, and then we have to activate them inside of American Truck Simulator and make sure they're in the right order. Let's take each step one at a time. It's easy. Let's get started. The snow and winter mods for American Truck Simulator are created by a mod creator called Grimes, and they're too big to host in the Steam Workshop, so he hosts them via his own WordPress site, which is grimesmods.wordpress.com. There's a link in the video description down below, so you can click on that and go to his site. Now, once you get here, you'll see something that looks like what you're seeing behind me, and we can see that we have a section for ETS2 mods and ATS mods. We obviously, because we're learning about American Truck Simulator, we're going to click on American Truck Simulator, so ATS mods, and it's going to load up a page here that's got all of his mods in it. Now, we want winter. If you are interested in his other mods, summer, late autumn, and mild winter, you can check those out. But we want winter and snow, so let's click on Frosty Winter. Now, very important step. We can see here that this says Frosty Winter version 5.3 ATS 1.53. This is the most common mistake that I see in comments down below. You have to make sure that your American Truck Simulator game is running the same version as is stated on this mod. The mod will not work if they're different. And after American Truck Simulator gets updated, it can take Grimes a week or two, sometimes even a little bit longer, to update the mod. Now, if you're not sure which version of American Truck Simulator you're running, in the bottom left-hand corner of your American Truck Simulator loading screen, you can see the version number and you can check to make sure it's the same. I know that I'm running version 1.53, so I am good to go and to download the mods. So let's scroll down and see what we have to download. There's a bunch of descriptions down here. We're going to just hop over that. And we're going to come down here to our download options. Now, if you want to keep this simple, you only have to do one thing. That is to download this Download Frosty version 5.3 for 1.53. There's two options for it. One costs $1. You can pay, which is great if you want to donate to the mod creator. The other has a version with ads. Now, before we click on the ad version, this is another place where people can have trouble. It's going to take us to a site called Share Mods. Share Mods is great that they host various mod files. However, if you do not have an ad blocker, Share Mods is basically unusable, and I don't recommend going there. So before you download the file, I would recommend either you make sure you have an ad blocker and it's working, or you just take the $1 option and download it that way. I've got an ad blocker running right now, so I'm going to show you what it looks like as we click on this. So we're going to click on Download Frosty, and it's going to load the Share Mod site. And this is loading without any ads on it. We're going to see it's going to give us a little bit of a wait, and then I'm going to click right here in the middle. Don't click on anything else. Create download link, and it's going to show me the size of the file, which is 3 gigabytes. Now I can click on download, and on my screen, you can't see it now, but it just popped up in the top right corner. The file is starting to download. So I'm going to wait for that file to download. While that's happening, let's go back to Grimes Mods and take a look at some of the options that are available for the winter mod. I would recommend these, at least checking out these and making a decision on them. So again, all you need is that first file that we download, but there are three others. Frosty Wheels AddOn is an extra mod that you can add on that's going to put some kind of frost and snow on the truck tires that you've got. It's cool, and I would recommend getting it. The other one is Frosty Physics AddOn, version 5.3, or whatever it is for the version you're running. This is pretty cool. By itself, the snow and winter mod doesn't change the friction on the roads. So you'll be able to drive on the roads as if there's no snow on them. They won't get slippery or anything. If you'd like a slippery winter experience, you can download this add-on, which is going to make the roads a lot slipperier. It's usually fun for a couple of episodes, and then I turn it off because it really is slippery. It's hard not to crash into things, but by all means, check it out. The last one here is Clean Roads Addon. This is another optional mod. You don't need this. By default, the winter mod and the snow mod has snow on the ground and on the roads too. However, if you want snow off the sides of the roads and you want your roads clear and free of snow, you can download Clean Roads, and that will create that effect. Now, the download path for these three is exactly the same way as before. It's going to take you to Share Mods. Make sure you have an ad blocker running if you're going to use that route. However, notice up here, the $1 version, the option, has all 4 of the mods in it. So you can avoid Share Mods altogether by donating $1 to Grimes. Okay, so once these 4 files are downloaded, we've completed the download the file section. Now let's learn how to install them in the game. Let's go on to step 2, which is installing the mods in the game. We can see here I've got the 4 files that I've downloaded, and chances are for you it's going to be the same as me. They're going to show up in my downloads folder, which is in Windows. Now your display and the way you show files could be a lot different, but essentially you're looking in your downloads folder for these 4 files. We've got Frosty ATS version, whatever it happens to be, Frosty Wheels, Frosty Physics, and then Frosty ATS Clean Roads. Installing in these in the game is very easy. These are already .scs files, so don't expand them or do anything crazy to them. We're just going to click on them and we're going to copy them. And now we're going to go to install them in the mod folder in American Truck Simulator. The default location for that, unless you've changed it, is going to be Documents. And then you'll see American Truck Simulator here. And you should see a folder called Mod. It's not called Mods, it's just called Mod. If you don't have a folder called Mod, just make one. Put it inside of the American Truck Simulator folder and create it. I'm going to open this folder up, and then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to paste the 4 files inside of here. And it's going to take a second for them to come in. Once they do that, we can see them starting to populate the top of my list right now. They're big files, so it takes a second, but this is it. You've now successfully installed the mods inside the game. If I sort here by date modified, we can see at the very top, I've got all 4 of the Frosty files. We're done with step 2. Let's go on to step 3. We've downloaded the mods, we've installed the mods. Now it's time to activate them in the game and make sure we've got them in the right order inside of the mod list. So to do that, we're going to click on the mods, which as we can see here, I've got 7 active right now, right up over my head. We're going to click on this, and note too that this is by profile. So you can install mods on one profile and not install them on a different profile. So let's click on mods and make it active. So we're now in this mod section now for the game. This is a good checkpoint too, because if we've installed the Frosty mods correctly, we should see them on this left-hand side that lists all the mods that we've installed into our game. And sure enough, Frosty, Physics for Frosty, Clean Roads Frosty, and then Frosty Wheels. So a good checkpoint. We know we've correctly installed the 4 mods inside the game. Activating them in the game is very easy. All we're going to do is say, for example, we're going to click on the Frosty one, and then in the middle between the list of mods, and then on the right-hand side where we have active mods, we're just going to click that little right arrow, and now we can see that we've made on our active mod list, we can see Frosty version 5.3. Now there's a shortcut. You can just double click on a mod and that brings it in too. So Physics for Frosty is now installed, and there goes Clean Roads, and there goes Frosty Wheels. And we can see in my active mods list now, I've installed and activated all 4 of the Frosty mods. And again, as a reminder, you only need Frosty version 5.3. That's the only thing you need. These other 3 are optional if you want to add the other features. Another important thing to note about Frosty mods is these will conflict with other weather mods. So if you have other weather mods installed and active in your game, deactivate those weather mods before you use the Frosty Snow mod. It makes sense, right? If you're creating snow with one weather mod, and they're going to conflict, it's going to create problems. So you want to make sure you have no other weather mods active in your active mod list for that particular profile. So we've correctly activated the mods inside of American Truck Simulator. The next question we want to ask is, does it matter where they go in this active mod list? Can we just put them anywhere? The answer is yes. The types of mods are very important to get in the right order, and weather mods go at the top of your mod list. So we want to make sure that all 4 of our Frosty mods are at the very top of our active mods list. If you need to move them around, you can click on a mod, and then down below you've got decrease and increase priority. So I can move them down and up like that. So get all 4 of your mods like we have them right now at the top of your active mod list. We have one last question, right? And the question is, does it matter what order the Frosty mods go? Like, can I have them in any order? I have all 4 at the top. Does it matter? The answer is yes. You want Frosty version 5.3, whatever your main Frosty mod is, at the bottom of the 4 mods. So Wheels, Clean Roads, and Physics, it doesn't matter what order they go in, but they have to be above the main Frosty mod. So we can see right now, I've got it set up right. I've got the Frosty mods as my active mod list. They're at the top of the mod order, and I've got the Frosty mod as the bottom one of all 4 of the active Frosty mods. We have successfully installed and activated the mods inside the game. Now let's confirm the changes, which is right beside my torso there. And now if we've done this correctly and we go in and continue career, we should be loading up a winter wonderland. And here we are, we've opened up the game and we've got into our truck and we can see that we are in a winter wonderland. Now notice that we did activate the Clean Roads mod, so we can see above the truck there is no snow on the roads here. If you want snow on the roads, just deactivate your Clean Roads mod and that will get your roads snowy as well. Two quick things about this. Thing number one is people ask, does it snow everywhere in the game? Yes, we are actually in Flagstaff, Arizona, and it's covered with snow. So the snow mod makes it snow everywhere in America. You don't have a choice to distinguish between one location and another. The second thing that people often ask is, how do I make it snow in the air in the game? And I'll show you how to do that, and you can change how much it snows. So we're going to go we're back in our main loading kind of module loading screen here. We're going to go to System, and then we're going to go to Options. So the bottom right, System, and then select Options. And then once we're in Options, we have a bunch of options at the bottom here. I want to click on Gameplay, which is right beside me over here. So we'll click on Gameplay, and then we can see Game Preferences here. We've got this thing called rain probability. In the winter mod and the snow mod, your rain probability dictates how much it's going to snow. Because with the winter mod, instead of it raining, it snows. So we can see a percentage over here, and I've got it set to 40%, which is kind of the sweet spot that I like. If you want to put it up to 100%, you're going to get snow a lot. I mean, it's going to snow a huge amount of time. If you put it over to 0%, you're not going to get much. You won't get any. I don't think you'll get any snow at all. I like 40%, but you can kind of play with that to get it to the amount that you like. And with that, we've downloaded, installed, and correctly activated the snow mod for American Truck Simulator. If you want to see us driving around in one of our episodes, I'll put a link to an episode up here. We've got a lot of other tutorials and driving episodes on the channel about American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator. Happy holidays, everybody. Take care.